Okay, what we want to do next is to start building the site and building the presentation, a flash presentation. And I've already done a folder with a bunch of stuff in it here. I have images, thumbs for each one, and images, and I have a buttons folder. These buttons were done in Illustrator. So basically, we'll be working in that area. So I need to save this particular file. So what I want to do is make sure I have the right size here for the properties, for the property of the overall dimensions of the movie. So what I want to do is go ahead to Window, and you want to make sure you have the Properties Inspector up. So Properties, there it is. And right now the document is exactly, the document's exactly 550 by 400. So I'm going to want to change that to 800 by 600. That way it'll be big enough to hold the pictures that I'm going to be using. 15 frames a second is fine. You can change the color of the background if you want, but in this case I'm leaving it alone. Okay, so now what we want to do is to bring some of the information in. So the first, I'll work on the menu first. And let me zoom out of this a little bit to about 80. You can see. Okay, so I'm going to bring, I'll start over here in the menu area. The very first thing I want to do is bring in a background photograph that I made in Photoshop. So I'm going to select Menu, Frame 1, and then I'm going to go File, Import to Stage, and I'm going to find that image that will be in that folder. So as soon as this works here, I'll get it, and then it'll be in this Europe one, and it's going to be Europe Map JPEG. And I'll just bring that on in there. And so now I have the background image I'm going to be looking for. And then what I want to do then is add the buttons to this. And it'll be along the side here. I'm just going to bring in, this will be my menu page. And you can see right now the black dot indicates there's something going on inside that frame, frame 1 I'm in. So I'm going to bring the buttons in, and so I'll go again. I should save this though. I'll go File, Save, so it's saved in a proper place. And I'm going to bring it in this folder I have Europe, and I'll just call it Presentation Europe. The reason I'm changing the name here is because I have other ones in here that I did before. So there we go, Presentation Europe. Now what I'm going to do is bring in the buttons, so I'll go File, and I'm going to import to Stage, and I'm going to bring in the buttons, and I have 4 of them, so I can just bring them all in at once and then move them around. Okay, it's just asking me if I want to do that, and I'll just click OK 4 times. It's asking me about the layers. Okay, now they're going to be stacked on top of each other. Always click in the gray area here, and then you should be able to move them around. And Italy, Barcelona, and then Paris. So there's the 4 buttons. So I can position now. Once I link them to various frames, then I can extend them out through the 4 that will be necessary there. So this would be getting started doing the menu. Next we'll talk about the intro, and then right up Paris, and then the big pictures at the end. So this was how you start the presentation though.